Hey everyone, I'm your fellow movie buff. Today I'm repping my Jordan Fisher merch that I just got in the mail. Jordan Fisher, I absolutely love you and you're my idol and I really hope to be like you when I grow up because you're really awesome and cool and amazing. But we're not talking about a Jordan Fisher movie today. We're actually going to be talking about Angelina Jolie's latest movie, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Now, Those Who Wish Me Dead has a pretty cool premise. There is a boy who is running away from these twin assassins in the Montana wilderness because he contains valuable information. He gets picked up by a survival expert at standing guard at a fire tower. She tries to take care of him and take him into town, but at the same time, a forest fire starts raging, threatening to consume them all. Now, you can't talk about this movie without talking about Angelina Jolie. She plays a very resilient woman in this movie with a troubled past, and she is joined in her ensemble by Jon Bernthal, a very talented actor who has played roles such as the Punisher in the Netflix original Marvel series. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the Marvel TV shows that came out in that era. And also, the kid that plays with Angelina Jolie as the boy who is trying to run from these assassins, he probably gives the best performance out of all the actors here, surprisingly. It's very compelling and emotional, and everything you really want in a performance given from a fairly young kid. Now, one of the main downsides to this movie is probably its main plot. It's very confusing and convoluted at times. If you heard me talk about the premise originally, you can tell it's pretty jam-packed. We have a kid running away from these twin assassins, which the whole setup to that takes at least 15 minutes. We have Angelina Jolie as her character trying to take care of this kid and take him into town. We have her character also dealing with her troubled past. We have the forest fire raging around, everybody trying to escape that. We even have Jon Bernthal's character, who I didn't even have time to talk about. He plays a sheriff, and him and his wife get mixed up in all this. And there's a couple other different things that get all clashed together, trying to fit themselves into this almost 90-minute movie. And it leads to a result that's very all over the place at some times. And that's kind of why I ended up not liking this movie as much as I wish I did. Now, another one of the main gripes I have about this movie is because it chooses to take so long to introduce us to these characters, their storylines, their purposes, and allow them to have time to interact with one another, there's barely any time for the main selling point of this movie, the forest fire. If you had any time before this movie to look at the posters, to see the trailer, the main selling point that they want to get you to know about is that these people are trying to run away from a forest fire because it's all around and they need to get out. That was the main selling point of this movie. That was the main visual selling point. That was the main storyline that they were telling us we were going to get, and we barely get it in the last 15 minutes of this movie. It's practically non-existent, and that really kind of frustrated me because I understand that this movie might have a lower budget, so it might not have enough time to spend with this forest fire for the visual effects wise and everything, but that still doesn't excuse it using it as a main selling point to its audience members for them to expect getting a lot of time with this fire and some maybe cool action along with it. And in the end, we just don't get that. Those Who Wish Me Dead is an interesting, albeit flawed film coming to us this past weekend, and if you're a casual movie watcher, you should definitely give this one a shot. I know that I had problems with it, but like I said before, I still enjoyed parts of this movie. I know I said that I didn't like the fire being introduced at the last bit, but for the part that it was introduced, it was fun, it was enjoyable, I had a good time with it, and I'm sure you will too. If you have HBO Max or you're looking to see this in a theater, definitely give it a watch, but I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this review. If you've seen Those Who Wish Me Dead, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you like this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and I don't think I've said this before, but if you feel obliged, turn on those post notifications to get notified whenever I upload a video so that you can stay in the know about all things movies. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. I'm your fellow movie buff, and I'll see you next time.